Another fantastic game between these two franchises, but we're here to present the Lamar Hunt Trophy, and with the honors, one of the legends in Chief history, Emmett Thomas, it's all yours.
Chiefs Nation, on behalf of the NFL, it's my pleasure to present the Lamar Hunt Trophy. Thank you.
Clark, congratulations. This was another nail-biter in a game with a lot of grit on both sides, and your quarterback made an amazing play with his legs at the end. How about this team?
They're unbelievable. Congratulations to all the players and coaches on bringing home another Lamar Hunt Trophy. The Lord has blessed our family in so many ways, including with the best fan base in the National Football League, and there's nothing better than getting to celebrate this with you guys. Chiefs Kingdom, we're going back to the Super Bowl.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Andy Reid, come on over here. How are you?
Good.
I heard someone on the broadcast already called this the Andy Reid Bowl. We've got Philadelphia, we got Kansas City, and what a thrill this must be for you to go back and then for them to be there on the other side. Congratulations, having that back in your hands again.
Oh, it's fantastic. Okay, how about those? That's what I'm talking about, baby. Back to the Super Bowl. The work's not done. The work's not done. We got a few practices here that we got to take care of business. But here we come, Philly.
How did you do it? Your quarterback comes through with all the talk about what would he be able to do with the ankle. You lose so many guys on the outside, the receivers, you lose Snead early, and your team found a way at the end. How did you do it?
Well, they did. It's a tough bunch. My heart goes out to them, man. Tough guys. They worked so hard this week. Pat and Kels were both banged up a little bit, and they pushed through, and I mean, great things happened. We had the receiving core. We were mixing and matching guys in there, and they sucked it up and did a great job there too. But our fans, man, helped guide us through this thing, and we appreciate the energy that they gave us. And what a great job by our defense. Phenomenal job, Jim.
Well, hopefully you got a couple of weeks to get everybody healthy. Congratulations, Andy, Tammy. It's going to be a super matchup down in Arizona.
Well, we appreciate you, and proud to stand next to you right here, Jim. Thank you,
Coach. I really appreciate you. Patrick Mahomes, come on over here. What did it take for you to put up that kind of performance here tonight?
It took my teammates. I truly believe that, man. Just to come out here and battle against a great football team, it took everybody. I told our team in the locker room, it's going to be all of us. So we got to play together, and that's what we did as a full team. And how about Harrison Butker knocking through that field goal, baby? That's what I'm talking about.
How about Travis Kelce coming in here less than 100%? He gets to go against his brother now. We got a Kelce Bowl also down in Arizona, and Travis comes up big again. And then you got Chris Jones, and then you make the play with your legs. There was seconds to go, plus a penalty on top of it. What did you decide to do at that moment in time?
Yeah, at some points in games, you got to just put it all on the line. And the defense gave us a couple chances to get in field goal range. We didn't get in there. The defense got another stop for us, and I knew I was going to get there somehow. So I put it all on the line, and we got in field goal range. And we're at Arrowhead now, and we're in that AFC Championship again.
It is still called Arrowhead, last time I checked, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Is this thing still called Arrowhead? What does it sound like out there?
Legendary performance tonight, Patrick. Congratulations. And Travis, we look forward to seeing you and your brother square off. We've got to get out of here, but well done, my friend.
I appreciate you. How about this beautiful trophy? Huh? Hey, I got some wise words for that Cincinnati mayor. Know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni. You gotta fight for your right to party!
I knew he was going to be up for one.
Ability with his ankle. His 2 touchdown passes came on him using mobility.
Yeah, yep.
The one to Travis Kelce was on 4th and 1, him rolling out to the right on the sprint out. He found him. And then the one to MVS came with him moving up into the pocket and then throwing an absolute dot to him in the back of the end zone. So, you know, it's cliche to say a heart of a champion, but literally, what a gutsy performance by Patrick Mahomes. And even at the end, right, putting the team on his back, bump ankle, I'm going to run to get this first down to give us another opportunity to get Harrison Buckner in range. Was able to scramble to the right side, get the first down, then get the penalty to add 15 yards. I mean, what more can you say? You're right. Greatness is a great way to describe Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, the great ones, they have days like these, and it was truly spectacular to watch Patrick Mahomes do what he did, and it's likely coming on the tail end of another MVP season. We talked about the error there, the penalty late in the game, and that was in many ways what decided this football game. Harrison Butker from 60, we could look at the numbers. He's a lot better from 45. Let's just leave it at that. But just big picture here, dudes, we talked about it all week, how little separated these two teams and what they're capable of. What was the separating factor in your eyes in this 60 minutes of football?
It was a combination of situational football because one thing we didn't talk about was the punt before that, right? Sky Moore has a big return because the punter didn't get any length on the ball. He outkicked his coverage. Sky Moore was able to get a big return that already put them in good field position to get a field goal at the end. And then the defensive line from Kansas City. Chris Jones, 3rd and long with the game on the line. They line him up on the right tackle, Adeniji. He gets the sack, gets his team off the field, and they punt the ball back to Patrick Mahomes, and the rest is history. So, to me, it came down to situational football, and then that defensive line from Kansas City continuing to hunt. We know that Steve Spagnuolo routinely likes to blitz, but he put it on the front 4, knowing that the Cincinnati Bengals had a banged-up offensive line, and Chris Jones, who was waiting for this game, right, because he missed 2 pivotal sacks last year in the AFC Championship game, made 2 big sacks today, and I'm happy for him that he gets to go to another Super Bowl.
Yeah, I echo that because we were praising the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line unit last week, and they did a phenomenal job against the Buffalo Bills. So coming into this matchup, we felt like this would be the game within the game. If they can dominate like they did last week, clearly Joe Burrow would have had a lot of success. But you talked about it, the domination that we saw from start to finish, led by Chris Jones. Everybody was taking turns meeting at the quarterback. You know, defensive coaches say this all the time. I need guys that can get home. You know what home is? In the pocket. Get home to the quarterback and find a way to seal the deal. The best closers do what? They close ball games. And Chris Jones was one of the best closers in this matchup tonight. And he found a way to get that playoff sack because that's something he's been wanting for a long time, a prolific career so far, and he's continuing to add to his resume.
Well, on the back end of this, we'll be treated to a Kelce versus Kelce Super Bowl. Call it the Kelce Bowl. You're also going to get Andy Reid against his former team, the one he couldn't get over the hump with. So the storylines will be there, but in this moment, guys, you mentioned Burrow, B-Mac, and I want to say he did everything he could have done to get his team into the best spot to win this football game. But again, sacks do plague this team, and it comes on the tail end of injury. But for the second consecutive year, it's the guys in front of him not allowing him to make the plays when he needs to that limits this team.
Yes.
Do changes need to be made, or was this strictly the wrong injuries at the wrong time down the stretch for the Bengals?
I mean, they made changes last offseason. They spent a lot of money to revamp the offensive line. And outside of that week 1 debacle against T.J. Watt, basically, because he just single-handedly dominated that
It did get better.
It got better.
Yeah.
And then one injury. Then another injury. Then another injury. It's hard to overcome that. You can scheme up different plays and situational moments to help the guys, but when you're talking about playing good on good in late January, those issues will surface. So to answer your question, Joe, they made changes last offseason. And we saw the benefits from those changes. But unfortunately for the Cincinnati Bengals, they had key injuries at the wrong time to a significant unit for them on the offensive end. And Joe still was fighting. He still was fighting. But it was a tall task to ask of the guys that were filling in for the usual starters.
Yeah, B-Mac, it's hard to overcome 3 starters on the offensive line literally getting hurt within the last 3 weeks of the season. We talk about Lyle Collins going down, Jonah Williams, your other offensive tackle, going down. And yet, to your point, Joe Burrow still fought. He literally was trying to will his team to victory. We were talking about this while we were watching the game. So many times on third downs, he took off with the ball and got first downs. You know, Brian Callahan did a really good job. He threw in some quarterback draw for him, used his mobility, and that's what you have to do when you have a struggling offensive line. It's really hard to build that continuity